Om Namah Shivaya. Let us now listen to the continuation of the discourse on who is responsible, what is the remedy by MahaPeriyava from the book Voice of God, Volume 1. I go one step further. Let us assume that because new science and the machine age etc. came along with the British, the attraction for the old dharmas started waning on its own among our people of all other jatis. Let us also assume that because of the Aryan Dravidian feelings introduced by the British, the other communities decided not to protect the Brahmin. This is not a fact, but I am asking that this should be assumed. Let us also assume that the Brahmins faced a situation in which, by running away from home and only by doing some job, that they could get a morsel of food. Even if such a situation had arisen, I say that they should have remained firmly committed to Veda Adhyayanas and observance of religious disciplines with the determination, even if we are to die, we will die continuing to perform our Dharma. But there is no use talking now about what the first generation people should have done. They have left the world. What I thought they ought to have done, I am telling those who are here today. That is to say, even in the face of death, Swadharma should not be given up. Even now, are we going to live for all time? We are going to die as degraded people, having collected a lot of money, and more shame than that, being the cause of other people's jealousy and having given up our Swadharma. Is it not great then that even if we do not have our next meal, we should preserve the Vedas till our last breath, even if we have to starve? If you do like this, let others praise us or criticize us. How does it matter to us? When we are not competitors to, no one will be jealous of us or have heart-burning feelings against us, is it not? They may ridicule us, saying that we are simpletons not fit for the times. Let them do it. Are we less subject to ridicule today? Instead of giving up our dharma and making a living and the world laughing at us, why not we continue to do our dharma and live even if we are laughed at or we may even die? People talk of my country, my language, etc. They fight for it and even give up their lives. It is not as if they are important issues like the fight for freedom. There are people who are prepared to commit self-immolation by pouring kerosene over themselves simply because a small part of a district has been transferred to another district. Just as these people can do this for a simple opinion they hold, why could not the Brahmins have considered life as a trifle and protected the Dharma when a new fashion lifestyle came with the British? Better than securing comforts by accepting another man's Dharma is to continue in one's own Dharma and, if necessary, die in that process. The Lord says in the Gita, Nidhanam Shreyaha, death is better. What is the reason given for Brahmins not having changed during Mughal rule but changed during British rule? It was with the British science and machines came and tools for speedy completion of work such as electricity, motor car, etc. It is said that so many facilities and comforts which could not have been even thought of came with the British, and the Brahmin was attracted by them and fell for their ways. This may be the reason, but it cannot be the justification or explanation. The body of the Brahmin is not meant for sensual pleasures. It has come about only for following the discipline meant for protecting the Vedas for the welfare of the world. The fundamental dharma is that a large measure of the things of worldly pleasures should not be associated with it. Giving up that dharma and the spirit of sacrifice involved in it and desiring the enjoyments easily acquired by modern tools is absolutely wrong. Greatness lies in protecting Swadharma even in adverse circumstances. Their having failed to do that is a serious mistake. It is as a result of this that we, who were the children of the same mother, experience the hostile feelings that have developed between us. We have brought about big sorrow to others. What started as a denial of admission to colleges and job to Brahmins has gradually reached a stage when others are also facing the same plight. So long as rural life was conducted in a simple way with human labor, everything was alright. In the situation prevailing today, when due to machine and industries, wants have increased and life has become complicated, everyone has to struggle for admission to colleges and securing jobs. What is the remedy now? I am asked. Do you expect that Brahmins will give up their present lifestyle and return to Adhyayana? Whether I expect it or not, whether you consider it practicable or not, I have to say that they have to do so. To keep quiet when our basic dharma is lost, there is no need for a Guru Peetam and the position of an Acharya. Religions and mutts exist only to tell that even if a thing looks impossible, such ideals have to be achieved. They have to concentrate all their energies and toil for this. There were people who said, "What? Driving away the British by Satyagraha? It is impossible." Many things which once were thought to be impossible have been achieved in this world. It is not for me to think that this is an impossible task and talk of giving up Satya and Dharma. To do it or not to do it is in your hands. All that I can do is only to tirelessly put in your ears what has been enjoined in our Dharma Shastras. It is for me to tell you what the Shastra have ordained as your duty and insist on your following it, whatever the difficulty. Om Namah Shivaya. With this post, we have come to the end of this discourse. In the next post, we shall see MahaPeriava talking about minimum remedy. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Shankara Jai Jai Shankara. Kanchi Shankara Kamakoti Shankara.